Hello there, Riderflex Nation. Steve Urban here with more career advice and job interviewing tips for you. And as a quick reminder, if you enjoy our podcast, please remember to subscribe to our channel and like the episodes. And today's conversation is how to confront your boss with an issue. I want to share my thoughts and some personal experiences around this topic. You know, most of us, we've had situations where we wanted to talk to our supervisor about something that's driving you nuts. They're doing something that pisses you off or irritates you or frustrates you, and you drive home every day thinking, boy, should I talk to him about that, or should I talk to her about that? We've all had that problem, right? Everybody experiences that issue, and you wonder how to address it. And, of course, it also makes a difference as to whether or not your boss is approachable or whether they're open to those types of conversations. I want to give you my thoughts on the topic and the rule that I've followed for most of my career. I recommend going to your supervisor, asking them for a sit down, make sure it's scheduled, make sure you have some quiet, uninterrupted time where you can sit down with them. In fact, if you can do it, I would even advise doing it over dinner or over drinks or over happy hour, because it's a much less confrontational area or time. If you schedule time with them in a conference room to confront them about something that's driving you nuts, it'll just feel more intense. It'll be a lot more stressful. So try and find the appropriate time and place to do it when it's a little more relaxed and their guard is down somewhat. And then I would approach the subject and say, for example, hey, John, listen, I would like to ask you to not be condescending, to me in front of the group. Sometimes on the conference call, you'll say condescending things, or you'll address my performance in front of the group on the conference call. And in fact, John, you probably don't realize it, but you do that with almost every member of the team. Not sure you know this is happening. And I want to just point it out because it's very frustrating and hurtful to me and probably the rest of the team, although I can't speak for them. And I would just ask that if you have an issue with me, that you do it with me one-on-one and don't share it in front of the group. And I'm just asking you that as a favor and as a professional courtesy. And I think our relationship will be a lot stronger for it. Anyway, I'd have some sort of conversation like that with your boss, John. And then I would probably follow it up with, depending on how they respond, I'd probably say something to the effect of, hey, listen, also, just so we're on the same page, I'm hoping we get this corrected, because if not, I think me and you together need to go to your boss, Mary, and discuss it. In other words, what you're doing there is you're planting the seed with John to say, listen, I'd like for you to fix this, and if not, me and you are going to go talk to Mary together, and we're going to get it fixed. That lets them know that you're not going to go over their head, you're not going to go around them until you've given them a chance to fix it. And even if you did go around them, you're saying you would do it together, which is what I recommend and probably the most appropriate thing to do. So that's my advice. Set your boss down, have a good comment ready, or have a good summary statement ready. Don't be super confrontational, but bring it up in a polite, respectful way, and just ask them to work on a particular behavior. And then politely let them know, you'll give them some time to fix it, but if it doesn't get fixed, that you and him need to go see his boss. That's my advice. It's worked very well for me in my career, and I recommend it to anybody listening to this podcast. And there is your Riderflex tip of the day. We truly hope you find our material helpful and entertaining. And while our podcast can be heard across most platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud, you can become a supporter of this podcast by visiting our show on the platform Anchor FM. That's anchor.fm/Riderflex. You can also send us your questions or suggested topics for future episodes to the email address podcast@riderflex.com or drop us a voicemail at 888-964-5876, extension 710. Visit riderflex.com to learn more about us. Thanks so much for listening, folks, and have a great day.